today's episode, we're going to render these images that you can see here. We're gonna use Vray. We're gonna import a big 3D model from ArchiCAD, and then we're gonna start modeling some details, the doors and some furniture in here. Also creating the floor, creating all the materials necessary to have these renders exactly like here. We're gonna illuminate the whole scene. We're gonna create the materials for everything. We're gonna use post-production. We're gonna send all these renders to the Backburner, and I'm gonna explain you and show you how to use Backburner to render your images and why it's important to know how to use Backburner and not the default rendering from 3D Studio Max. And also we're gonna use post-production in Photoshop, and I'm going to show you how to create really nice details, how to create to have a nice depth of field in here and to have the focus exactly on your images. So if you guys are ready, yeah, let's jump in. Okay, so I made my 3D file in ArchiCAD. I'm using ArchiCAD when I'm doing interior design because I can export all kind of stuffs in here. So this is our plan. This is the original plan that I got from the website, and this is how I made it. So I've divided the room in two. The space in two. Here is the entrance. Here is the area where you can leave your coat and or change your shoes with comfy home shoes. And this is the kitchen area that I made. For those who are following me on my Patreon, they can download this file from there and they can import it in their own 3D Studio Max and they follow along. Yeah, this is what we are going to use for today's episode. So in case you guys want to know how to create this kind of 3D models in ArchiCAD and how fast it is and so on, please let me know in the comments and I can create a video in the future for you to know how to create 3D models very fast in ArchiCAD in this case. So what I'm going to do now, I'm gonna go here, File, Save As, and I'm gonna export my file with the date of today, which is 16. I'm gonna export my file as a SketchUp. I'm gonna save it. It's going to be SketchUp 2016. I'm gonna hit OK, and now I'll go to my 3D Studio Max, customize units. I'm gonna check if I have my display units in millimeters and my system units in millimeters. I'm gonna hit OK, and now I'm gonna import my file that I just exported. I'm gonna use groups in here. I'm gonna take out all of this because I don't need anything from these options from ArchiCAD, and I'm gonna hit import. I'm gonna go to top, and this is my file, as you can see. So we're gonna start working on this. The first thing that we're going to make is the ceiling of this room because we need a ceiling, and after that we are just going to use a light in here. We're gonna create some lights and then we're gonna start creating the materials for this file. So yeah, if you guys are ready, let's start with that. So I'm just gonna go to top here. I'm gonna create my layers. As you can see, all the layers that I made in ArchiCAD are coming here into layers. So I'm going to create here another layer called ceiling. And for this one, I'm just going to select a line and start creating in here my ceiling. Oh, here I missed one point. I'm just gonna go and use the refine twice, then go with, and I will just apply an extrude to this. Just extrude this, then I will just move this here, and I will add a physical camera inside here to see my interior. Of course, also this camera should be on her own layer, cameras. Now here I'm gonna select my camera, go to my control panel and modify this. And now I'm just gonna change the focal length because, as I told you before, for an interior you need around. And save this file. I will just go with a little bit less focal length. even though most of the time you shouldn't go under 20. Okay, and now I will just go and create a couple of settings to bring some light into my file. I will just leave the image sampler as it is. The progressive image sampler, it can stay as it is, the noise threshold and everything else. And okay, let's go on top and let's create in here a V-Ray light. This is going to lights exterior. Okay, now I'll make this dome. This dome should be 1. Now I will just bring an HDRI to this dome. Now bring a map in here, go to V-Ray bitmap, and I will go to my textures, HDRIs. Okay, and now let's check what we did. Okay, it's all quite dark, so what I need to do now is go to my V-Ray and here to global, and I'm just going to override my material, and here I'm just gonna add a simple V-Ray MTL. I'm gonna ungroup everything. These are the windows, and I need to create a glass material for the windows, so just gonna use a physical, then I will just right click on this, change material map type, and then apply a V-Ray material, and then this V-Ray material can be black, can have full reflection and full refraction, and then we have glass material, simple, very simple glass material. And in the moment that I did that, everywhere where I had that material is just going to change to my material. Now if I go back to here to F10, and now what I need to do is to exclude the glass material from the rendering. So to do that, I'm just going to select everything in here, and I'm gonna ungroup till it's all open, and then I will go to my object, select my glass material, go to utilities and select objects by material, and in the moment that I'm clicking that, all the materials that they have this glass material, they're going to be selected in here. I'm going to select them, as you can see, and what I can do now is convert one of them to editable poly and attach all of them into one object. As you can see, this is the object, and I can rename this to glass. And now I can go back to F10, and here on the exclude, on the bottom, the global switches, exclude, I can hit the glass and hit OK and add the glass in there. Now in the moment that I'm gonna render, I'm gonna see outside, as you can see. And what I'm going to do, I'm gonna add the curves in here. Actually no, yeah, what we need to do now is to adjust the light, and to do that I'm just gonna select the camera, go to the options of the camera, and start playing with the shutter speed. So I'm gonna add 15 here, even 20. As you can see now when I'm doing that, it's becoming much brighter. I can also go with 400 in here, even 800. It's already looking better. And for the material, because we used a material for all the walls and everything that we have in here, I'm just gonna go and bring that in, just this one. You can add it as an instance, which is just a gray material. So we would like to make this a little bit brighter. So in the moment that I did that, everything is becoming very, very bright. So this means that I have too much light in here. We're gonna adjust the lights also later. For now, we'll just make this 200. I would like to add in here the exposure, because the highlights burn is going till the end, so I would like to take the highlights to dim them down, and also to add in here maybe a little bit of contrast, 0.1. And also the most important one, the filmic tone map. And the white point as much as possible. So yeah, I think now it's close to what I need. Okay, I'll just check here the automatical vertical tilt. Okay, there are some couple of small problems in here, but we can fix them afterwards, like this light that is coming through under the door. But I think overall the space is looking nice. Of course, here we are getting much more light. The HDRI that I used is just a simple bright HDRI, simple HDRI without the sun, which is looking quite good. We are getting quite a lot of light in here. Overall, I think it's quite a lot. So this is our space. What I'm gonna do first is to start working on the ceiling and then the floor, and then we're gonna start working on the furniture and adding lights. But the first thing is the ceiling and adding the lights on the ceiling. In this way I'm going to be sure that the materials that I'm going to see here are going to look nice. Let's start with that. I already showed you how to, in case you have black ceilings like here or walls, you can just go to active viewport settings and change to lights and just close it, and now everything it's looking accordingly. If I don't want to have the yellow ceiling in there, I can just apply the material that is already overall. So okay, I'm gonna select my furniture here and also other two on this direction, and now I'm gonna create a rectangle in here, corner, all of them. I'm just gonna put this here and this one here, and now I'm just gonna select this, and with the outline on I'm gonna go with -100 because I would like to create a Cove Lighting here, and I'm gonna delete the middle one. I'm gonna unhide all. I'm gonna select my ceiling and go back to my line and attach the new one. Should be here in geometry, attach. Okay, now I have a hole in here, which is looking nice. I'm gonna make this extrude a little bit. 150 should be okay, and then I'll add also a cap to all of this. I'm gonna select this with Ctrl and Shift, make a copy. I'm gonna detach it for now. Detach, okay. I'm gonna take this extrude and also paste it in here, and now I can just this on top, apply the material to it, and what I would like to do right now is to extend the furniture till actually I will take this part, I will just extend this like this, and now I'm just going to create some lights in here, make a new layer, lights, interior, and start Vray light as a plane. You can also do this with the Vray light material, but the Vray lights are much better to use them than the light material. They are creating less noise, so it's better to use them. I'll make also a copy of this as an instance on the other side. Okay, and now I'm gonna select both of them and try to scale them for a bit, so they're gonna be more or less the same. Now, because they are all instants, I can select one of them and go to temperature, and here I'm going to use a 3200, very yellow color, and because they were all instants, it's gonna look just fine. And let's start the interactive, let's see what we have. Okay, we got some lights in there. It's not really that powerful, so we can change that right now. Maybe 3200 is too much, 3500, 4000, yeah, this looks better, 100 power. Yeah, this looks good, I like it. So yeah, because this is going to be a light, this object, this part of the kitchen is going to be in the middle of the room. I would like to illuminate it, as you can see, to make it bright and beautiful. We're gonna add more lights because I would like to add a light also on the perimeter of the wall everywhere. So in this way it's going to feel like the ceiling is not touching the walls. As you can see here, you have the feeling that this is actually floating in the middle. Is floating, the ceiling is not touching the middle part, so you don't have a connection in here. So I'd like to create something similar here. So to do that, I'm just gonna go back to my splines, and here I'm gonna select my main one, and I'm going to go with an outline minus 100, as you can see, and I will go with another one like this. Now we have that gap in here where we can add the light, and I can also, to be honest, I would like to have the wall that is, you actually see the wall that is going in and not the ceiling. So because even though this is what I need to achieve in the end, if you don't use the same material on the wall and on the, you're gonna have a line in here somewhere. So not to have that, I'm just gonna select these two splines for now and make a copy of them to have them for later and detach them. And then in here I'm just gonna delete this, and I'm just going to extend my walls. I'm just gonna add an editable poly to this. And then I will just attach all these walls, convert this to editable poly, is much easier for me. Take this. Now I can have all of them. I'll just go and extend this here. And this time, because I already have this line, this part of the ceiling here, I'm going to apply the same material to it. I'm going to show you a different way on how to create that light, which is much faster, but it can also create some problems. So I'm going to make a copy of it, delete the editable poly. So let me just take this one, make again an outline in the middle, and delete the other two. And to this I'm gonna apply a sweep. The sweep can be also a bar. It's 30 by 30 maybe. And now I'm just going to create a Vray light material, and I'm going to apply this light material to my object, and this light material, to be sure that I have the same temperature as the other one, the other lights that I will be having there. I'm just gonna go to Vray. I'm going to add the Vray color in here, and this Vray color will go directly to the light. And here to this Vray color, I'm going to choose the color mode to temperature, and I'm going to make this 4000, I think it was. And to this light, I'm going to make it 100. And now let's see what we got. Not much, and I don't have it everywhere. Okay, let's check why. No, I didn't apply the material to it. Yes, I did. Of course, I can't see the material because I already used. I'm using actually here the overwrite material, so I need to exclude also this light so I can see it. So this is we're gonna call it perimeter light, and I'm just gonna exclude this from here. Perimeter. Okay, and now we're going to be able to see it. As you can see, I can make it 50. So yeah, this is another way on how to create this kind of light, perimeter light in there. Of course, this is not the correct way, because most of the time you're not going to be able to see this light in there, because the light is hidden in the cove. So if I'm going to create also the cove in here, I need to apply an editable poly to all of this, and with Alt 1 and with an extrude, which needs to go in the local normals. I can create that. Going to be something like this. And I can delete this and also this. And now by selecting all these lines that I'm missing and apply a cap, now I have a cap hole in there, and yeah, I have the ceiling exactly how it needs to be. Only thing is that this part in here is not covering exactly the hole, gonna fix this right away. Now it's all correct, and what I need to do now is to take my light and move it in the cove. First of all, we need to see the cove, so this needs to be, the height of this needs to be here. And for this sweep I can use, or I can use an offset, or I can just offset the light, yeah, depends on you. And now in the moment that I'm going to render this, as you can see, now this is the correct way on how the cove should look like. Here we can see a little bit of the light, but it doesn't matter. But this is how it's going to be also in reality. So yeah, as you can see, in the moment that I did all of that, the mood of my room is already changing. I'm seeing a lot of new lighting here. You see a lot of new, more warmth environment. It's looking very nice, I think. I don't know if this wall is going up, but I can fix that right away. Oh yeah, it's not going. Let me just fix this. Okay, that should be correct. Yeah, I think it's looking good. It's starting to look like an interior. I check everywhere. Okay, so for now I'm just gonna leave everything as it is. I think it's more than enough to make materials and to create the ambience for this room. What we're gonna do next is to create the floor. So let's do that. So for the floor, I'm going to start with a line as usual and start creating the perimeter of the space. And because I would like to have a wood board that is surrounding the whole space, I'm gonna apply a sweep to this. That's a bar with 0. In the moment that you're applying a sweep, is always going to apply the same properties of the sweep as the one that we had before. So you need to always be careful with that. Okay, I'm gonna make this a bar. I'm gonna put this in the corner. Depending on how you start the sweep, is going to be on this corner or this one. And now I'm just going to make this a little bit thicker, which is in 20, probably is going to be like a 2 centimeter or 1.8, 1.2, depends on, but I'll just make it 20, and I'll make it 200 in this direction to have the board. And because I want to have this with a lot of detail, so I would like to have here a gap that I'm going to see between these two boards and so on. I'm going to apply an editable poly to this and delete, then again and delete, and then also on the one that is underneath and delete. And now I'm gonna select all these vertices and I'm gonna break them. In the moment that I did that, all these polygons are gonna be individual but in the same object. And now I'm gonna apply a shell to get the thickness that I had before. So if I go with the outer amount, just like this minus inner amount 20, and now I will apply a chamfer to it. And as you can see the gap already. I'll just make this bigger, maybe 3. I will just make it with less segments, so you can actually see it. Just make it 2 maybe. And now I will apply, the chamfer needs to be smooth chamfers only, or no smooth, it's smooth chamfers only. And then I'm going to apply another chamfer, smooth chamfers only, this one much smaller, because I just want to fix this. I'm gonna get all these beautiful details in here. What I need to check if the sweep has the generate mapping coordinates. It doesn't. The real world map size, it doesn't. I have it now. So in the moment that I'm gonna apply the material, the wood is gonna follow the sweep. Okay. Also, if I need to make selection inside here, I can just make this to have it off in the viewport. I think I already showed you all of that. And because I know already that this is 200, I'll just make a copy of it and go back to all of this, sweep and everything, and delete everything and move everything in the same height. And now I'll go again with an outline of 200 and delete my other outline. And now I will just apply a floor generator to all of this. And in the moment that I did that is applying a pattern, the first one that we have in here, the standard. We have also the herringbone, and for sure, yeah, we're going to use the herringbone. And the herringbone is just very, very beautiful. And we can also make this herringbone at 45 degrees if we want to. Actually, I'll make it 90 degrees to have it in this direction, because here we're gonna have the table and here the couch and the sofa. Actually, let me see how it's actually looking. Okay, it's not bad, but there is one thing that I don't really like. As you can see here, the floor is going directly under the island in here, and it's not really that I really like, so I would like to get this kind of perimeter board also here underneath, so to make everything more important, especially this part. So I will do that. So I'll hide this for now, and okay, let me just move this on the same height, both of them. Just gonna apply a double spline attach both of them, then unhide all and select this one. And now I like to just let me just make also some copies of it in case I need it in the future. For sure I'm going to need it. And then I will just take all of this, copy and paste it in here. And in the moment that I did that, it's already showing in the right way, which is really amazing. The only problem is that it's under and I need it outside. So to do that, I'm just gonna go to my sweep and place it like this or like this. Let me think how I would like to have it. Yeah, I think this could be nice also, because in the middle it's also, let me check the ceiling so it can go exactly as the ceiling. It's not really, I can just change the offset. It's not working. Should work. This should be fine. And now this can go as an off in the viewport. I can just recreate these two editable spline, attach as usual, unhide all, go back, select. Okay, and now I have also the floor in here. Those who are following me on my Patreon, they can download this full scene from my Patreon like this. Let me just save this. And yeah, let's see how it's everything actually looking. Can't really see my herringbone floor. That's also because I think we have two floors in here. Yeah, this is the one that we have under, that I can actually delete. And this one, we're just not going to use the bevel and the extrude. The floor generator one, we're just going to use it like this. We're gonna make, well, to know exactly the length, the board size of this herringbone, you first need to know the texture that you're going to use for this herringbone. So in the past I made a texture, so yeah, I'm just going to use that one for now. Actually, I'm going to use a texture from 3D Sky, maybe this one, which looks quite nice, I would say. It's a little bit too dark, but we can change that at any time. They're not all of them the same size, but the quality is quite good. I like it, so let's do that. So I'm just going to create in here wood floor, and for this we're going to use a multi-text, of course, with a Vray material. Okay, let's load the textures. Now add this in the diffuse. Now I'll just measure this 2, 3, 4, so it's 1 by 4. So this means that I need to have here 200. Then for the reflection, I will just make this as reflected as possible, and then I will just add this in the glossiness as an instance, and here I will just add color correction. This color correction by adding some brightness, and then for the bump, use a Vray color to bump to add this to my object. Just 100 in here. I'll just use here 1.5 will be fine. Yeah, we need to add here, unfortunately, an UV X form. And let's make this 100, 100, 1000. 0.01. Yeah, this is better. Okay, so the best way is not to use the X form. I'm just gonna delete it for now, and I'm just going to create a material for this because I already used a sweep which has the real world map size and the generated material IDs, generate mapping coordinates. So if you followed my channel already for all these years that I'm making tutorials, the best way is to create another material only for this. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this material and this one, and I will just add this in here just to be sure, and then I will add this too, and they're gonna be connected like this, and this is color to bump, it's gonna go here, and this is the reflection glossiness, and now I have the same material. Another thing that we need to do is to use a random here by tile. I use a little bit of hue in here, 0.3, so the slats are gonna have a different, you're gonna see a difference between them in color, and a little bit of saturation, and 1 to the gamma, so some of them are gonna have a different gamma. Okay, now back to our perimeter slats, wood slats. What I'm going to do also here, I'm gonna add in here an Vray UV randomizer at the end with a stochastic styling, and everything else can stay almost the same other than UV rotation. That can be 180, and I can have 2 steps in here. This means that it's gonna be rotated 90 degrees, and then I can apply this material to my wood slats. And another, I can't see the material, the texture in here, and the problem is I can't see that because I need to add a dimension to my texture. I'm gonna make it 100 by, no, it needs to be 200, no, 1200 by 200. Let's see. Yeah, now it's correct, as you can see. You can also see here a line. Yeah, I don't know if you were going to see that in reality or not, but yeah, I think it's looking okay. Another thing that we can do, we can take this texture and create a tileable texture out of it. Let's see, this is 603. You can just open this in Photoshop, and you see when I'm using offset, you can already see here the lines on the other direction. Can't really see anything, which is good. So yeah, let's fix this by taking the clone stamp. I will just bring here some texture, then I will just take some stuff from here. From here also. Here. And now it's tileable. But yeah, this part is not really perfect, but I can also fix that by adding here some more texture. I think now it's more or less okay. I will just save this. No. 03 tileable, and now I will just add my tileable texture in here. Now things should be much better. You shouldn't see much. Yeah, it's cool, it's looking good. Okay, now let me just unhide everything. Just go to this angle here and just save this. Start my render. Yeah, this is my floor right now, which I think is looking quite good. I can't see so much of a difference between the wood slats, the herringbone wood slides. So let me just go back to my soft texture. Just make a region here. Okay, for now. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I will just use by element. It's looking much better. So this, yeah. Okay, I think it's looking good right now. I'm quite happy with it. I'll just leave it as it is. We're just gonna move next with the kitchen area. Let's create the materials, add all the appliances in here and so on. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, we'll just go to Scene Explorer, Ceiling. I will just hide this for now. And yeah, let's start bringing in the stuff. Here we need also to close this part, both of them, otherwise some lights is going to come through these gaps. I'm just gonna create in here. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to add in here is the Miele cooktop. You can download this from 3D Sky. They have all kind of different cooktops in there, so yeah, just take one, whatever you can get. There are also some free ones if you need to. You can also model it yourself. It's very simple. It's just a texture with a glass on top. So yeah, to do that, I'm just going to use the project manager. And for this I'm just going to use the Explorer, and here, if you don't know how it's working, I'm just going to create a new catalog called Kitchen, and to this kitchen I'm just going to add in here my folders with all the stuff that I'm going to use. And the first thing that I would like to add in here is the Samsung fridge. Isolate this, delete the stuff that I don't need, like this and this. It's quite a huge fridge, I would say. And another thing that we need to do with the project manager, we need to add the textures in here. Yeah, all the textures are in there. I will just move this to his position. And as you can see, it's sticking out a little bit, so it's quite big. Normally he should be more like this. Just go there and check. I need to stop the material override. Yeah, I'm not very happy with it. Let me find another one. Sure, I have another one in here. This one is looking better. Let's relink the missing files. Okay, let's see now. Maybe this version is gonna look better, I hope. So I'm gonna go more inside here, this, and no, I'm just going to delete it. Yeah, I need to play a little bit with the material here. Let's see. Some fridge. Oh yeah, it's using normal material in the diffuse. This is why it's looking like this. Perfect. But to fix that, you can just add the material here in the self-illumination, and now you can use it as a GI, or just compress it from the exposure. And yeah, let's add some more power to it. I think 3 is it's okay. It has the reflection in here. So yeah, to make it better, we can just add a coat and to add an extra reflection on it, as you can see here, which is already helping. I guess this can have less. Let me add in here also general color correction. Try to add more contrast to it. It doesn't show that much. Here. I think this could be okay. Let's see overall. As you can see, yeah, everything, all the details needs to be perfect, so you can get good quality render at the end. So all the materials that you are importing most of the time from 3D Sky or any other source of 3D models, you always need to adjust them in such a way that they're gonna look good for your render. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with stuff that is not looking that amazing. Also, this fridge looks quite dark. So let me see the material of it. So yeah, one thing that you always need to remember: never use perfect black. As you can see here, the black it's actually in reality is just a gray. So like this, let's say this material is made out of two materials. So yeah, this is not the perfect black, so it's good. Okay, let's add in here also the rest of the stuff that we have. I will just use this Samsung stuff that I just got. So let's take these two. So this is gonna go like this, a little bit out in here on this top. Just gonna convert this to editable poly, and I will okay, and now we'll just select okay, and now I'll just move this down and create a hole in there. So this is how it's going to be also in reality. And we have the cooktop in there. One thing that I need to check, I'll apply a smooth to all of this so I can take out the smoothness, and then I will apply an editable poly. Actually, I will collapse all, and now I will just apply a chamfer, a smooth chamfer only. To this chamfer maybe 2, even 3, and another chamfer for chamfers only, and then the cooktop, and this can go 900, too much, 150 should be enough. Yeah, I can go even lower, I guess. 600. Yeah, I don't really like it. I will just take it out. We need a wash basin, and let me see. I could use this one, or maybe this one, which also looks nice. Okay, let's see what we have until now. We're missing some textures probably. Just fix that. check the material for this. Yeah, I'm not very happy with this. I'm just gonna delete them and look for something else. These ones from Miele, I think they are looking much better. Okay, now we have the appliances for the kitchen. Let's start applying the materials for the kitchen, the wood I mean. And for that we're going to use one of my favorite websites. And yes, this is it. This is my favorite website for finding nice wood textures for free. They have all kind of veneers, as you can probably see here, and one that I would like to use for our project is an oak. This one looks really nice. This is also nice. Okay, this is the one that we're going to use, the Vienna oak flamed. Now we'll just download the full sheet from here. It's gonna take a while to download, even to open it, because it's a very high resolution image, as you can probably see here. I'm gonna save it. Going to open this in Photoshop. This is image size is 5000 by 2000, which is quite good, I would say, quality wise. And now I'll just offset this to see if the image is stylable. It looks like it's stylable. Oh no, it's not. Here are the seams. You can see the seams here. So I'll just fix that. Okay, I think now it's looking good. And now I will just save this as a diffuse. Okay, and I'm going to use the shader map. I have a pro license for shader map, but I will just use the basic one for you guys to also follow up. So I'm gonna load my, from what I see I have here, the Xilo Flame D white already made, as you can see, which looks very, very beautiful. Okay, so this is our material right now. I will just take the intensity out of the bump. I can even invert this if I want to. And the specular. Details, yeah, the specular. I'd like to have a little bit more contrast in there. There is a line in here which looks a little bit strange because my texture is quite tall. It's everything stretched to have it in this cylinder, but we can change this here. We can have a cube, for example. I'm not very happy with that area in there. Maybe a dynamic plane could be better. I don't see where. Okay, now I'll just save all. Okay, it's all saved. Let's create the material right now. Wood. We'll go as usual. Create bitmap. Diffuse, and then here a material in here. Let's click this this woodboard and apply this. Actually, you can already see it, but it doesn't have the right texture. I'm just gonna make this wood with real world map scale, and then so the proportion is 1 to 3 or 3 to 1. So this means that if I'm using here, well, I will just use an UVD randomizer and I'll add the dimensions in here. So I'm gonna use real world scale and take in consideration that this 2.5 meters, I will make this 2400. Okay, this is looking good. Okay, I will also use, well, as I said, I'm going to use also on color correcting here, just to be sure that I have the right color, because right now this color in 3 Studio Max and Vray looks like this, and yeah, it's similar, but yeah, I'm not very sure if I would really want to use such a warm color in here. I would like to have something that is more desaturated, but anyway, let's add also the rest. I'm just gonna make a copy of this, and I will add in here the normal, and this needs to go to a Vray normal map like this, and here, and then this goes to the bump, and the bump needs to have 100 to work correctly. The Vray normal map is to be 100 in here. We'll have it correctly, and then let's see what else we need. Also some reflection. To do that, I'm just gonna do the reflection perfectly white, and then in here I'm just gonna load the specular, and this can go into the reflection glossiness. And if I want to make this more reflected, I can just add this into a color correction, and then in here now I can just play with this and add a little bit more color to it. And if I want to add a little bit more texture to it, here I have also the ambient occlusion, so I can also add that in here if I want to add a little bit more. But until then, let me just see how this is actually looking. Another thing that we need to add to this is a chamfer, smooth chamfer only, and this can be 2 millimeters maybe. And another thing to the UVV randomizer that I would like to add is here to have 182. This means that the texture is going to be rotated every 2 steps in 190 degrees. I don't care about scale by element, and yeah, let me unhide everything, go to my camera and check how my texture is actually looking in real life. As you can see, it's quite yellow, but also the filmic tone map is making everything more colorful, and also the exposure can do that. I don't know if you can see some difference. Okay, for now we'll just take this, apply it also here. It's not looking bad. It's a little bit too yellow, to be honest. But other than that, it's looking good. I could change that by playing a little bit with the color of my material, which I already have it here. So I can play with the color correction. I can desaturate a little bit everything. I would like to have it more close to the one on the floor, or the one on the floor more close to this one. There is one thing that I don't really like about concern is the fact that these wood slats, they're not going till the ceiling, so I will just do that right now. Please apply the rest of the materials because I think it's looking good. So first of all, this one. There is a small mistake in here, I'll just fix it now. I will just take all of this and move them up for a bit. Oh. Take this, put it in here, okay, good. Make everything faster, I can just attach everything in one object. And then for here, so this one, yeah, I don't really like the fact that I have this line here from those lights on the bottom, so I'm going to try to fix that by creating a light similar from like here. So let me just do that and let's see if we can fix this. Just like the lights in here and delete all of this. Fortunately it didn't work out well, so I will just select my ceiling, which is this one. Creating here with Alt 1, placing down with this, and then extrude all of this, and cap hold back. This can just go, we don't need it, and now we just need to create a light. And I will do that by creating a rectangle in here. You can just go okay, here to here. This can just be here in the middle. I'll add a sweep to this as a bar, 30 by 30. And this can get the light material that we used. And let's see the effect. And it's definitely an improvement. I would like to see the texture in there, so to do that we'll just create a quick render. Yeah, let me add a little bit more details in here. 0.5. Yeah, the pump, I think it's a little bit too much. Let's fix that. Very happy with the color overall and the material, but it's also because I don't have enough light in here, so let me just add quick Vray IS just to see if I can improve lightning in here. Yeah, unfortunately I'm not happy with the material, so I'm just gonna change again the texture. Sometimes yeah, you can't just make it right. Okay, I will just use a textures from Vray, volume 3, oak, and the oak red American. Okay, yeah, let's see the color. I could use this also here. Yeah, it's definitely better, and I'm still not very sure about the texture, because the texture is not tileable, but we can just make it. So let's do that fast. Let's see. Okay, and I will make a glass, black glass material to this. Attached, then apply a slice. Copy, paste. And then let's add some lighting here with auto grid on. Should go like this. This can go also on the other side. Instant. And yeah, let's check how it's everything looking. Yeah, the metal. Frame could be a little bit more the same color as the wood. Okay, now let's move forward with the island. So I can apply it once in my texture, the wood texture, and then I can paste, or not slice, but this one's. But chamfer and the UV map over this. And then I can take also these ones and attach them all together. And what else do I need to do in here is to add a handle to all of this. And also it will be nice to add some bar chairs on this area, on this side, but won't have the bar on all the way, but only yeah, I will download also these bars tool, Vray bars tool by Walk. I think it's looking quite nice. Yeah, I'll just move this here. Okay, let's have a look also for the material solid nature for the bar. We're going to use, of course, a nice texture, but let's see which one. Yeah, let's see something else, more white. Calacata will be nice. Or Venatino. Okay, let's save this. Okay, as usual, offset this. Oh, there is a difference of color between these two, so I need to fix that. I'll just create another layer, and this I'm gonna go with an high pass. Okay, and now go to image, adjustments, match color, hit OK. Now I'll just camera roll. Hit OK. Now filter, offset. Now I'll just start playing with it. I'll need another offset just to check so everything is in order. It's looking fine. I'll just save this Tatuario. Okay, now let's create the material for the marble Tatuario. I can make it a little bit smaller. Okay, and now let's arrange a little bit the texture on the side. Okay, so this is what we have right now. As you can probably see, I think it's overall it's looking quite good. I really like what I'm seeing. Let's move forward with the rest of the stuff that we need to do. And the first thing that we need to fix is the chair material, which I don't even know if it's here. As you can see, the chair is quite brown and dark. I would like to make it more light and more pretty. So to do that, I'm just gonna add from general, but not this general, the textures, the maps, the color correction in here. I'm just gonna make this wider, and now I'm just gonna use some, not the brightness, you always need to go to advanced. 2 maybe, it should be fine. Let's see where else we have this. Here we have a displays for this, which is not needed, or at least not that powerful. And the displays is 100 here. We can have it 1 maximum. And the normal, most of the time when you have a normal, it should be 100 here. Okay, now the color is much better. It's much closer to this. It's definitely an improvement. Yeah, here we have also these lights that I would like to close them for now. Okay, so as you can see, it's looking really nice. There are a couple of things that I would like to finish about the kitchen, and let's do that. Let me just hide the ceiling for now. And here the kitchen should have some handles on this area, which I would like to add, so you can open these doors. So let me just go in the front view and start creating them. I will just going to create a rectangle in here, and then I'm going to modify this. I'll just make it 30 by 30 by 30. Now use an editable spline. Select this edge using the divide. So select this one, also using the divide. And then using the extrude, just going to extrude this here. And also I'm just generate mapping coordinates, and I'm gonna also apply the UV, well, only the chamfer I need to apply it, and then we can apply also the material to it. It should look fine. And I also need to make a copy of this. But I see this is not really starting from the end. An instance, of course, as usual. This needs to go on the ceiling. Yeah, that's a little bit too high. Let me just move this lower. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do are the walls. We're gonna start creating a plinth here. I found this beautiful plinth from Novorodapie Eclipse, which is this one. As you can see, it's coming in different colors. We'll choose, of course, the white because I have the white walls, and we can also add a small light in here. Yeah, let's do that. Here are the dimensions of the whole thing. Let me just go closer. I'm just gonna use drag and drop reference, and I'm gonna add my image in here, as you can see, and I'm just going to move my pivot into the corner so I can scale this accordingly. This, we said it's going to have 100, so I just just made that 100. I'm not very sure if it's 100 here or here, but I will just make it like this. And now we'll just start making the profile of it. Doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to look good. The pivot should be here in this corner. Okay, now I'll just move it over here, just so I can find it later. And now I'll just take this with a copy and delete everything, almost everything. And for the sweep, I'm just going to pick up my detail. And in the moment I did that, we have here our sweep in our object. I'm just gonna rotate, mirror this, the x-axis, and then I will go here and move the whole thing here like this. And now this is an aluminium white, so for that I'm just going to create an... Actually, if you use only the metalness, it's already getting there, as you can see. The only thing is that you need to have less glossiness, 0.3 maybe. 0.3 to make it a little bit more white. And that's it, and just apply it to the object. Oh, I need to select the object first. And then also apply a smooth. Be sure that we're not getting crazy smooth surfaces in here. And now let's adjust everything accordingly. So where we have doors, we need to... Actually, this should be in the wall. So I need to change the size of it. Should be like that. And then in here we need to come with a wall over. But first let me just fix the refine. Okay, and now let's fix the points to have them in the right place. And then I will just select the segments. You can also go. Okay, now let's select the wall. Have editable poly in here. First, we need to weld all these vertices. It's not really working, so I'm going to use the slice. And now I just made a cut everywhere. Use a smooth, and then using an editable poly, I'll just extrude wherever I need my wall to be extruded here above this. We can have details in there, like this one for now. And while I'm extruding, I will just use the local normals. Be sure that it's gonna go perpendicular everywhere. Now let me check if it's all going okay. And now we have that. We have this detail. We don't have it here in the corners because here I need to check where the window exactly is to adjust it accordingly. So I need to adjust this first. By showing end result, you can actually see. I need to select only this one. Okay, this is correct now. And for this wall, I need to apply some extra edges in here. So I can extrude only parts of the walls that I need. Now I'll just save this, and another thing that I need to do is to add this light in there. And to do that, I'm just going to this as a copy and delete this and make this a bar. This bar needs to be very, very small, because that's going to be my light, which is going exactly in that small cavity in there. Now let's see where is this going actually. Okay, it's correct. It needs to go here on the ivory like this. Now let's adjust the dimensions of it. Yes, I take care about this. Now we have a LED light in there. It should follow the profile. Okay, and now we should apply a light material to it, and to do that I'm just going to use an Vray light. Just gonna create a Vray light whatever, and then I'm gonna use the mesh, and on the mesh I'm gonna select my mesh, which is going to be this profile that I just made. Now I have a light on that, and I go to my here I need to fix it also. I'll fix it right away, but first I need to see how it's everything looking. And as you can see, we have this beautiful detail in here that it's going to make everything look much better. I'm not very sure about the power of it. A little bit less. Okay, it's looking good, I guess. So yeah, I think it's looking good. This is a cold light and this is a warm light. Normally you should have different colors, different temperatures on the lights, always, don't forget that. This is what makes something realistic, otherwise it's gonna look quite dull and not that good. So I will do that by adding in here a 5200 light, which is almost white, but not very warm, maybe a little bit warmer. And I will also make the other one that I made in here a little bit warmer, maybe similar, 800. Okay, now let's also add some lights in here. I'm gonna use ones from the Arcos light. This is a company from Spain that is making these beautiful lights. They are all dimmable, and yeah, I really just love them and the way they are looking also, and the things that you can do with them. So you can have them also like this in a black cove, or you can have them individually on your space. So yeah, I like the fact that you can have also this kind of lights that are going down and they can illuminate your counter, and then you have also these ones that are coming out and you can illuminate the wall or the furniture and so on. So yeah, I'm gonna use these ones. You can download them from here. Yeah, let's start working. Let's see. So what I'm going to need is this cove with these lights. Or this one, I don't even know which one to take. Yeah, they are both looking quite amazing. Okay, I'm just gonna take these ones, the cove, and make a copy here. It can stick out. This is going to the ceiling. Let's just create a cove first. I will just apply a symmetry to this, and then on editable poly I will just extend all of this till the end of the counter. Then I will just select my ceiling and apply some details to it. Unfortunately I can't, so I will go and create a box. Now I will just select my ceiling, and I will apply a boolean, and I will just extract from here my object, and I have a hole. If you want to know more about the boolean and how it's working and so on, yeah, you can just go to my YouTube channel, and I made here a video about how to use the boolean and how to make cuts and so on. I'm not gonna go in depth of that right now, but if you want, you can just go here or just write Max 2024 boolean modifier, and you're gonna find this video and you can see how you can use the boolean. And also I made one here with the parametric wall in Studio Max with Vray, no plugin which is connected to this. So yeah, please go there. Okay, and now let's move back to our 3D model, and here we have the spotlights. The first thing that we need to do is to add to this spotlight an EIS. Let me just do that now. And for this IES, I'm going to use an IES from Model Plus Model. They have a really nice architectural lights in here. So yeah, they have all these architectural lights, and these lights, they are coming also with IES. They are very, very beautiful. I think they are one of the best IES in my opinion until now that you should use. So yeah, just buy any of these spotlights in here. One of them, it's actually free. This one it's coming with an IES probably. So look, you have also the, I think it's Pulson. So yeah, the one that I really like on them, it's called 0602, and it's a directional spotlight, and you can also have a temperature to it. I'll have 4200, and after that, because this I don't need a target to it, I will just make this to a group to have them. I'm gonna unhide all. I'm gonna delete the rest because I don't really need them. Just thought about it, and this is quite. Yeah, let's check it out first to see how it's actually looking. This before I'm gonna change it, because I'm thinking to change it because this is quite a spotty. Just delete the rest. And let's check it out. Yeah, as you can see, this is quite spotty, which could be nice, but maybe it's better to have a bigger spot in here. So yeah, let me check which one is better. Yeah, so the one that I'm using, 0602, is this one. So you need a one that has a bigger spot. So maybe I can use the 5 or 2, this one or this one, 0201 or 0603. Let me try the 0603, which is very similar with the other one. Yeah, this one is better. It's much wider, the spot. Power is a little bit too much. Let me just make it 3600. It's even too much. I think it should be more or less like this. These are dimmable, so it doesn't matter. So okay, and now I'm just gonna add these spotlights over my counter. I'm just gonna group close this and just go on top. So I need one for sure here, because this is the place where I'm going to cook. The cool part is that you can have them anywhere. Now, as you can see, I have my counter lit, which is how it's supposed to be, because most of the time the counter is the most important part. And now I'm just gonna add the other spotlights, the other directional lights, some of them on the wall, because I would like to add some pictures in here on the wall, and also a nice clock. So yeah, let's do that. And some of them, maybe they go on the other direction. Here there is a problem. Let me go and check that right now. Oh yeah, just fix this. Probably just move it at one moment. And now this is the other spot. Okay, for this light I would like to create also some links, so you can manipulate your light through your IES. Here I have an example of that. I made a tutorial about this, so just follow along this tutorial if you want to know how to do this. I'm not gonna explain the principles and everything to this because yeah, I already made a tutorial only about this. As you can see here, I used the Dune Part 1 as a background image for this TV. But anyway, Okay, now I just need to add an IES to this spotlight. I will just go with the 602, which is here, and as you can see, it's looking like this. Yeah, so I think it's fine. I just need to make it less powerful. So let's see, 600 maybe. And I will change the temperature to this to 5600, just a little bit yellow. Maybe I can go with a wider one, 0603. Okay, now it's looking good. I will just select all of this and create with all of them an assembly. Spotlight directional. Okay. Now let's see, this needs to go here. On it, I'm gonna rotate this, it's gonna stay on the same place. Okay, that's good. Now I will just make a couple of copies. And now this, and this can go on the other side. Yeah, I need another one. There, let's have a look. To be more realistic, if not all of them are going in the same direction. And then this one can also be around here. And let's have another one here. Now let's check all of them. Okay, this is looking good. Okay, I think this is looking nice. What I would like to do is to add a clock here on the wall and two pictures in here, and add this in here. It's on the right size. Have it on the wall also. It's good to have a clock in your kitchen, otherwise, yeah, you will not know how much you need to leave your stuff to for cooking. I'll delete this instance in here. Now I'll just add a light to it, make it more beautiful. Let's go closer and save. Let's check it out. Yeah, I like it. It's very nice, looks nice. Okay, let's add in here also some pictures on the wall. We can have these ones from 3D Sky. I think they are working well with the colors from the kitchen also. So the frames, they're also looking nice. So let's add this. You can see the link in the description in case you want to. Let me check the material. Okay, it's everything made with Corona. I will just convert everything. Okay, these are quite big, let's say. I don't know if this is a problem or not, but we'll see right away. Yeah, this clock with I would like to have it more in the middle here. So let me see that. It's looking more professional. And now let me just select my camera, go to my camera, and yeah, because sometimes you just want to make like a front view like this, a render, and you don't have the possibility because you are in the cupboard, or you are in the wall or in the cupboard. So to do that, you just need to go to camera clipping, and you can actually cut with from where the camera is starting to look. So I can just go with So my camera is starting to look from 101 meter and 500, and it's ending here, so I need to change that. And now I can actually see my whole wall, and I can also change the focal length because I don't really care. And I can also change the dimension of my image, and I can see my full wall. And let's have a look. Exposure I can add a little bit more. I think overall is looking very nice. Everything is in place. All the materials, shadow gaps. So it's looking good. I like it. Okay, so now let's add some materials for the walls and also for the ceiling. For the walls, I'm going to use a program, which is actually a plugin. I talked about this before. It's called Figure Shaders. It has all kind of textures. If you don't know it, it's a very good way to move faster and render faster and have all the materials already. Yeah, it has all kind of materials already made, interior paint, concrete, yeah, all kind of things. Also some fabrics, which are really nice, all kind of floors, car paint, so on, plastic plaster, stucco. And for the walls I would like to use a texture that is a plaster, or a texture that is quite bumpy, and it has texture on it, so maybe something similar with this, like an Italian plaster or something like that. So I will just make it gray. I don't want to use any colors in this, and to apply it, it's very easy. You can just go here and apply it. And the only thing that you need to have in here is to have a UV map. We already have, but I'm just gonna apply it all over again as a real world map scale. And as you can see, you have it here. And to change the color of it, I'm just gonna create here walls. And now I'm just gonna pick this in here. And now I will just apply here on color correction, and I'm just gonna take the saturation as much as possible out, and I will also add a little bit of gamma and contrast. And for the ceiling, I'm going to apply also material from Figure Shaders, and I'm just gonna take an interior paint and maybe an eggshell wall light gray. You don't see the difference between these two, but yeah, this has a little bit of color and this is more white, but this one, it looks nice. I will just apply this, and let me just check. I need to add a UV map in here, boxed real world scale. And now I'm just gonna save this with the day to day. Now let's see how it's everything looking. Quick render. Yeah, everything became much darker right now, which is quite normal. As you can see some textures on the wall, which is looking I think nice. I like it. What I don't really like is the ceiling, that it's still a little bit quite dark, but I can check that by checking the materials of it. And yeah, it's a green color. It's a little bit green. Okay, I will just make this lighter. Now it should be much more light inside here. Let me check also the color correction in here for the material override. The moment that I'm making this brighter, the whole space is becoming much brighter, or it should be much brighter. Yeah, now it's much better. Here I made a mistake. Okay, this should be here. I did a mistake in here, or there's something that is not in the right place. Just move the whole scene around. Okay, let's frames windows. This one, I'm just gonna change this to the Vray material. I'm just gonna add some reflection to it, and just going to make it a little bit whiter. And now I would like to add in here some curtains and shears. This is coming also with this thing that I'm not really going to see, so I'm not going to keep it. By using the window crossing, you can select only that, and then can just add the texture. Delete all of this, and I will just apply on LFTT to scale this. FFT, sorry. I'm just going to fix this so I'm not going to have fabric protruding the wall. And now everything is gonna change because yeah, we're gonna have less light coming in. As you can probably see, there is not that much light coming in. This is also happening because the shear is not very transparent. So yeah, let's check the materials for this. Curtains, shear. First the curtains. Yeah, this is quite complicated. I will just add one in here. And then I will just make this much simpler by adding a shear. It can be white, and now we have a nice material. Let's check the next one. All of this is not really needed. This is similar, and what I need is the shear, which is probably this one. No, this is not. Is the one in the middle. Yeah. So for me, what I need, so this is the transparent one. Let's see how it was made. So it's made with a Vray two-sided material, but this is not really what I need. So these three, they need to have this material, this one, which is behind the wall, it can have this one, then this can go with the white, and the last one with the dark. Let's check all over again. Okay, now it's much better. Yeah, there is something strange happening in here. I can just this is a see-through, but I don't really want to see through on the other side. Okay, for now I'll just leave it as it is. I just need to make some adjustments to the ceiling to move it a little bit further. somewhere like this. And also the light, which is this spline, which is needs to go in here like this. And now we should see some light coming. Let's see. Okay, that is nice. Here we don't see that much, so this means that this is way too much in the front. Okay, now it's all nice. And we need to do the same also on this side. So I'm going to bring the same curtains, but I need to find a shear that is bigger, like this. So let's do that. I'll just bring the one that I have on the other side, which is this one. I can add a couple of them maybe. And let's see now. Okay, it's all dark. Let's add the materials to it. These ones, they need to go with the white, and the other ones with this, but we're gonna change it later. Okay, well, let's fix also the light on top. It's here. Yeah, I would like to see all of this just white, not all these lines and stuff that is happening behind. But to do that, we can just make the light more powerful outside from the light mix, or let me see the one. No, this one is. But yeah, let's see the material. Let's try to fix it from here. Take the opacity out. Oh no, I just added a lot of opacity. I'll just take it out. Now try to add this into the refraction. And for the glossiness, I'll use 0.6. Now it's much better, I think. Yeah, unfortunately, every time when you are bringing some 3D models from 3D Sky or whatever website, you always need to change them and to check them out to see how they were made, because this is more of a realistic effect that I would like to achieve. In reality, when you are inside of a place, you can't really see outside because the light is so powerful outside that you can't really see it. Of course, with our eyes we can see it, but we remember, because it's very important in 3D Studio Max and with any render engine, you are not rendering as being as you can see with your eyes. You are actually rendering as you can see with a camera. So yeah, this was the effect that I was looking for, which is more realistic in my opinion. But yeah, anyone can argue that and saying that now before it was more realistic, but for me this is what I would like to achieve. So for now I think it's looking good. I'm gonna change the curtains on this area, which is the living room. I'm gonna change them after I'm gonna bring here the sofa and some furniture, because the sofa is gonna be a different color. So this area of this living room is gonna be with different colors than the other side, but I'm gonna change that later. For now, I'm just gonna leave it as it is, and yeah, let's bring more stuff in here. Let's save this. For the table here, I would like to use a wood table, but I'm not very sure if it's gonna fit in here. But anyway, I'm just gonna use this for now, It's from B&B Italia. This is how it should look like. You can just make an account here to their website, and they're gonna offer you the 3D model. They have it in all kind of options. I will take this also, and also this one. I'm not very sure which one is gonna fit, and I'm just gonna download them. And I received a request, and probably I should receive an email. Unfortunately, you need to wait. You can't download everything right away. It's kind of sad, but yeah, it is what it is. For now, let me see. I can also model this very fast, very fast. So it's a 162 wide. Let's add here a cylinder. Let's just see how big it is. Circle. 162 means 81 or 810. So it's more or less like this. It's not that small. I don't know if we're gonna have enough space to add the chairs in here, and also to have some space for circulation and to walk around. Anyway, I'll just leave it as it is for now, and I can check also the other ones. Let's see for the chairs. I already found one, or a couple of them that I would like to use. I really like this one, the one in the bright color. Yeah, this is a famous chair, in case you don't know it. It's called bone chair. So yeah, let's try it. So let's try the one for Carl Janssen first. Yeah, it's not that big. Okay, I received also the email with the tables. Let's see how they're actually looking. Toby Ishii. Okay, let's see one by one. Just delete that. Yeah, the textures are not here. Fortunately, sometimes the project manager is not working that well. Let's see the first one. Oh, this is the round table, which is quite big. So how I'm doing it, most of the time I just make a copy of this, and then by selecting both of them, I'm getting the middle, and then I can do this, then this, and I have all of them. But the problem is that, as you can see, quite tight the space, so I don't really have enough space for everything. But let me just check that. Yeah, no, I think it's fine. It's looking nice. I like it. And I can add my wood material to this also. I hope that it's in the right dimension, which is probably not. It's always different dimensions than the ones that you are guessing. So I'm gonna use a UV X form 01. Yeah, the texture I think is not the right one, or is it? No, I'm not looking for this one. I'm looking for this one. This. Fortunately, when you receive 3D models from any website, yeah, you need to check the dimensions and everything. Not very sure about the color of the chair. It's not really what I wanted, but overall it's all looking nice. I would say, yeah, let me check the material for the chair. I said it's always a struggle to get everything in order, and the render was looking much different than here, but I don't know how it's possible, but it's always a problem. And I think the problem is not that you are getting the 3D models quite easy these days. The problem is that you always need to adjust everything, so you spend so much time on trying to fix everything to look closer to what you need. But anyway, I hope it's okay for now. For the lamp, I'm going to use this lamp from Pochi, which is very beautiful. I think it's working very well with the round table. low, it needs to be a little bit higher like this. People can see each other in there. To fix this, you can do this. And the material for this, I hope it's all Vray material. Let's see. Okay, this is looking nice. And this material is quite big in here. I should make it smaller for sure, but the rest is nice. Let me check also if all this is sitting where it needs to, which is the floor, and it protruding into the floor. So I'm just going to make everything like this. And now we're going to see some beautiful details in there. Okay, let's save all of this, and now I have something that will go on that wall, which is a piece of art, and we need to add also some extra spots to it. And this is much better, and this is much better, and maybe a carpet. I have one. It's a round carpet, and I think, oh, it's perfect. It's white. Oh, let's see some materials. Okay, I'll just leave this one for now. Just delete all of this. Let me just check if this is in the right place. Of course not. This is the right place. Yeah, it's definitely much better. It helps the mood and the overall look. Okay, let's change also the material for the curtain. I mean, to make it a little bit smaller, because right now it's quite huge. Curtains, I use this one. So yeah, I will add a piece of art like this one on the wall, on the back wall. I think it's looking very nice. I don't know which one, probably this one. Maybe the moon one, like just add it in here and scale it like this, just to have a big piece. And also what I'm needing here is a light, and I'll just take this one and add it in here, copy. What I see, this is not really in the same. And now, as you can see, the light is in the wall. So to fix that, there is a way to make everything very easy, so you don't need to use the boolean. I showed this before. It's quite an easy thing. You can do everything with the materials. I just need to create a circle, extrude this, and then with the material on the wall, you can just pick that in here. And now what I'm going to do is to add Vray distance text, and this will go in the opacity, and yeah, I'll just make this white. I'll add side color so white, and then here as the distance text I will just add my cylinder that I just made here, and this cylinder I will just right click on it, object properties, and I will make this, take the renderable out. And now normally okay, I think it's fine for now. Let's see the other side, which is that wall. Let's add also a decorative vase in there. This one looks quite nice. Connect the missing textures. I'm gonna add also a plant in here. I think something like a banana leaf plant. Just going to scale it a little bit. I'm gonna move all of this more here, and this can go more like this. And the mirror. And also, yeah, some decoration. So let's add some lights. Okay, so this is our space in this area. I think it's looking quite nice. The only thing that I don't like is this metal here, that it should be more brass, and I don't really see the texture on the top part, and I don't like this wood color. I will just change it with something similar to this, and other than that it's looking quite okay. The door, I need to fix this light leaks, and yeah, the rest is looking good. So let's start doing that. Okay, first let's try to fix this. For the metal, I will just use the Seeger shaders. Go to metal, just use the special finish. I like this antique bronze. I don't see the difference in here between these two, but another chamfer in here. Okay, this should be fine for now. This, let's see. This is the wood, this is the color correction that it was applied to this. Let's go again. Now it should be that color in here, and now I can just apply again from general the color correction. Okay, and another thing that I would like to do is to create here two arches that are looking one to each other, like this, and to add a small table between them, maybe one also on the side. Let's use these ones. This can go here. Okay, and also let's oh no, we did that already. Okay, maybe these two are too close to each other, but we can fix that. We can just move this further a little bit, and this two can go further here. Okay, I think this is looking good. Yeah, I'm still not very happy. I mean, I like this lamp, but I would like to have like more like a plant in here. But okay, I'll try these ones. Let's see which one is gonna look nice. I just want a little bit of life in this image. Okay, and let me check the material also for this. I'm just going to create SS material, and to this SS material I'm just going to apply with the color correction the leaves, in this case these ones. It can be anything else. To the faux color and the SS color, it can go even like this. But the faux color and the SS color needs to be brighter than the original. So you need to apply a color correction to this, and the moment that I'm doing that, you can see that we can get some more pretty and more realistic render, and you can even make it more colorful, I mean more yellow. And this is it. Okay, now let's fix the door. Okay, I need to have the same distance everywhere, so I'm gonna fix that first. It's 3 millimeters, so I'm just gonna go here and with the Y -3, and same on the bottom. And another thing that I would like to add in here, it's a little bit of a frame in the middle. This needs to be a bar, 3 by 3. Oh, 3. Now just make this black. And just apply this here, and then for the door I'm going to apply the same material. Oh, this corner is not looking good. And for the handle, we're gonna change the handle with something else. We're going to use this one. I just download this from there. And for the door, we're gonna use the same material as the wall, because this is a door that is painted in the same color as the wall. We can just move the UV. Let's add in here the door handles. The one that I really like is this one. Maybe with this handle. Maybe with this. Okay, and here is the entrance and the seating area where you can come, sit and take your shoes on or off. I know in many countries you can just enter with your shoes on, but yeah, if you respect someone's house, you should definitely not enter with your shoes on. At least this is my opinion. Okay, and here I'm just going to create a pillow for this, and to do that it's going to be very easy. Just gonna do this. I'm just gonna make everything smaller a little bit. Then I will just extrude this. It can go even like this. Okay, and then I will apply an editable poly. And with Alt-1, I'm just gonna create in here some extra edges. And now I will just apply a turbo smooth to all of this to see how it's actually looking. And it's starting to look okayish. Now I'll just move this a little bit higher. Like a nice fluffy pillow. And then I will create in here some extra edges. And I will just take all of this, select them, and extrude everything. See, the moment that I'm doing that, I'm getting here some nice, beautiful detail. Okay, this is looking good. And to this I would like to apply also on material, and as usual for now I'm just gonna apply a leather material from Seeger Shaders. And to this we need to apply also a UV map as a box, real world map scale. And then I will add some pillows. And also let's see let's connect the textures. Okay, and let's add also some spotlights in here. We're going to use these ones also from Arcos Light. These are very, very beautiful in my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna add one here. So I will add now Vray IES to it. To this Vray IES. Color, temperature, and override shape, and I will use this as a circle. And now I need to load in here the IES, which is going to be also as an instance. Here I'll just add two. And now I'll just make the holes for it using just a simple cylinder. And now I will just apply an editable poly and make a copy of this everywhere. Now I'll just go to the boolean and I will just select this, and now I have holes for my, I think this one is not in the right place. Yeah, that's true, it's not. Okay, let's see how it's everything looking. Maybe it's a little bit too much power to the light. Let's see, it's 6,000, so yeah, we need a little bit less. Okay, and the pillows are not on the right height. Okay, it's looking quite nice, I would say. Just want to change, to see another angle also. Yeah, it's looking very nice overall. I think it's exactly what we need. We're just gonna move forward with the rest of the stuff. So let me check also this area right now because I made some small changes to it. Yeah, this is looking nice. The only thing that it's missing, it's like a nice rod in here, which I need to add it now. I'm gonna use one from my collection. Yeah, I'm going to use this one, which is looking very nice, and I think it's gonna work well in here. Another thing that I need to do before I continue is to change the material for the rug. This needs to be converted to Vray material. And now let's check. Okay, this is looking very nice. I'll just keep it as it is. Let's move forward with the rest of the things that we need to make in here. Okay, for the living room I found a couple of images that I would like to use. These ones, some of them are in the TV area. One can be one like this one. This is the sofa that I would like to use. Well, only a small part of it because it's not big enough. Okay, and now I'll just bring this, which are going on the wall, and I'm going to play a little bit with the wood. And I will add also this in this area. I would like to have like a nice chair in here. Okay, and this is made with Corona. I just need to go and convert this. And then I will add this pedestal next to it. Okay, this is a little bit too dark. I would like to have a wood like this. So let me just change that. find the material for this, so yeah, maybe I'll just leave it for now. But the only thing that I'm missing here is a nice floor lamp. Let me see what we have for this. I'm going to use this, the Serge Moulin French icon. This is a very beautiful lamp. I think it's gonna work well. Let's see. If not, I'm gonna try to find something else. Okay, I will add one of these two pictures in there on the wall. It's white 57 by 127. Let me just create a new file. Okay, let me change the color of the wood. I'd like to have it more similar with the one that we already have in here. Okay, let's add also of the Vray in here. I'll bring this one. Yeah, these lights are made with the Vray light material, which is not very nice to have. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to detach this from the original 3D model, and then I will just apply a Vray light. This Vray light, I'm going to use it as a mesh, and this and here I'm going to pick up this mesh, and now I can have the control over the light much better than before. Now I can have here 150 maybe. It's looking good. I can add also some color to it, the light, and now it's much better than before. You can see here it's getting some reflection, and that's coming from the specular. I can just take the specular out, and now it's better, I think. Okay, for the sofa, I'm going to use this sofa in green because I would like to bring some green color into here to change a little bit the mood from all these brownish colors to break this brown with a cold color, which is going to be this one. Okay, so regarding the TV cabinet, I'm not very happy with it. I will create another one more similar with an image from my selection of mood pictures. This one could look quite nice. So yeah, I need a TV cabinet that is long like this, and then I need some shelves where I can add all kind of stuff in there. Yeah, this one looks nice. I think this is what I need. Yeah, I'll just create something similar with this. Yeah, I'm not very happy with the shelves behind. I will just change that. And also the white marble in here, it's too much marble. Just go back with the wood. And for the shelves, just going to delete all this. And I will create a slimmer shelf made out of metal. Now we'll just apply a normal white metal, and it's going to be okay. And now let's bring also some light in here. Okay, for the floor, I'm gonna add a rug from Thibaut van Renne. These frames for the wall. These are all 3D models made by me a couple of years ago. Yeah, I just made them for sale here on CG Mod. Yeah, they are quite okay-ish, I would say. And I definitely need to change the image from the TV, or to take it out, or to change it, and also to add some decoration in here. Okay, let's change the TV image. Okay, so moving forward with the rest of the things, I would like to add some lights on the ceiling also. So I'll just take this one, and this, and this. Make a copy as an instance, and add them here above the sofa, and also here above these armchairs. And then add some cylinders on top to create the boolean. Then I will just go and select my ceiling, go to my boolean, and trying to select the booleans. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I don't really like this material here in the back, so I'll just make that a marble also. And I'll also dim a little bit the lights in here. And for the chandelier, for this space, I would like to use the chandelier something similar to the one from Ginkgo 273 from this Andrea Braescu art studio. Yeah, this is quite a nice chandelier. It is made out of it's a ceramic with a metal and the strings. I think it is looking very nice. So let's do that. Okay, this is the file that I received from them, which is quite big, I would say, and it's made up from a couple of different chandeliers. If you check here, it has 20 million polygons, so my whole scene that you already saw is not 20 million. So I'm not gonna use everything from here, just some of them. Let's see the materials. It's made with physical material, so everything needs to be changed to Vray materials. So what I'm going to do, using the Seager shaders, I'm just going to add in here ceramic. Now I'll just go here and change material type to. Okay, now I'll just apply my material to that and make all of this group. Metal part, just like similar. Attach all of this. And also here the same, attach and hide. And then this is going to be my light bulb. So all of this needs to go with the light material. And for this I'm gonna apply a light material. And I will just create a normal light with a mesh, and I will just pick up the mesh that I need, and now I have the light, which is perfect. Hide this, and just try to pick up also these bulbs. I'm just going to attach also the geometry from those ones in here, and now I'll just select similar, all of this. I'm just going to make all of this as a metal. And of course I'm gonna use from Seager shaders all over again some nice metal. I'm just going to use this, and for the wires I'm gonna use a stainless steel. Now this is going to be another material, just a little bit darker one. Some reflection on it, metalness, just to have a little bit more details in there. And this can be just a white. see the overall look. I'm not very sure if it's a good idea to use a translucent material for that or just to use normally a light material, because it's creating a lot of noise. Just try also a light material. Yeah, it's definitely much better. It's not that realistic, but it's better and faster. Okay, yeah, it's looking more or less like this. I have some translucency here, which is good. So yeah, let's try and get all of this into a layer first. Oh, it is already, it came into it. Okay, I will just make a copy of this and go to my file. Fortunately, this is just became more heavy than before, 27 million. Let's have a look how it's everything looking. Okay, we're missing the light in here. Let me check the material. Okay, it's not bad, it's a little bit too much, so I'm just going to okay, I think this is fine for now. Let's add some decorations in here. Sunt toate. Okay, so now we have our scene. As you can see, we just need to render the whole images, and now I'm going to show you how to do that and how you should approach this kind of rendering situation. So first of all, let's start with the settings for the Vray. I already did some fast forward settings for this scene. Okay, now let's start making some renderings. I'm going to make different renderings using the Vray cam, and I'm going to use the exposure value in here. I'm also going to use some depth of field, and to see some depth of field in here we need an F number, and I will just use 5.6. I'm going to select my camera target, and this is correct. Here I will just go and select only my camera. Okay, and now by selecting the camera, I will do some clipping. Here I will just add okay, and now as you can see, I have my proportion guides images, and I will try to add the vase from my table exactly in the middle, like this. For the, I'll use the automatic vertical tilt, and also I need to have this line straight, so I'm gonna use some horizontal. I think this is okay. I can even go further away, and then I'll go to my next camera, which is going like this. This is also quite wide. I'll just take some clipping out, and also play a little bit with the focal length. And now I'll go to my second camera, add this in here, take out a little bit of the clipping, and I can also change the resolution of the image. Let me see here. I'll just timing camera 01, and I will just go to the top and select this and make a copy of it, and this is going to be my entrance camera. And for this camera I'm gonna use a different type of dimensions, because I care a lot about what I'm seeing when I'm entering the house, but this is the main thing that I would like to see. Now I can play on how wide all of this is going to be. Okay, I'm just doing this because I would like to see also the sides, so I'll just add a little bit so you can understand that this is the entrance. I mean, I will make another camera only for the entrance, but I would like to show that you can go in between these two areas. And then I will do the same also for the kitchen, so I'm just gonna copy this. Then a second one is a copy. And for the living room. Okay, and the clipping can go further a little bit. You can see the whole space and a little bit of the kitchen. This is quite nice. Make a copy. This needs to be called living. Camera 2. Oh no, this is camera 1. Now I'm just gonna start my Backburner. I'm gonna start the server, the manager, then I will just start the monitor and the server. I already talked about all of this and how it's working in the past in another video, so I'm not gonna talk too much about this today. So I will just going to start all of my renders to the server and to start rendering them. Just gonna check them before. So I'll just start with this one. I'm gonna select it, copy the name from here, go to my frame buffer, here to separate folders, and now in the date of today, just gonna save this name here as a TGA, save, okay. Just gonna render this 60 minutes, a noise threshold of 0.7, and yeah, this can go even further, like 90 minutes, and just to be sure that the quality is gonna be nice. I think everything else is fine. Reflection, okay, and I'll just submit to network. We just go here to be sure that it's a single. Okay, let me check the resolution. I'll just connect the server, but the server is not here. Check all. Okay, now we have the server. It's me, and I will use here initially suspended, and here I will add the name of the camera and just submit. We'll go with the next one, leaving 4, select camera, select, go here, check the resolution, it's all fine, add the camera in here, which is 04, save, okay, submit to network rendering, Ctrl V, initially suspended, connect, submit. Okay, and now I'll just go to the monitor, and here I have all of my renders. And the good part of rendering stuff with the Backburner is the fact that you can stop and start at any time any of these renders. So if you start rendering the projects and you need to use the computer to do something else or to use it, you can just stop everything from here and start again later. So I'm just gonna select all of them and hit this green bulb, which is gonna activate all of them. And if at one moment I just need to stop one of them, I'm just gonna stop it and resume later. So this is how it's working. So in the moment that I did that, now I can just close my 3D Studio Max, and the first one, which is already active, is gonna start rendering soon. As you can see, it's starting. Now it's also starting rendering. The frame buffer is gonna pop up soon, so it's here. Okay, so the computer just finished all the renders. Let's have a look. I also made a couple of more renders with a couple of details. As you can see, everything is looking quite nice, I would say. These are renders directly from the frame buffer. So this is how they are actually looking directly from Vray. There are some small things that they just need to be adjusted. But I think they are looking quite nice and quite realistic. And yeah, let's do some Photoshop to all of them. And I will start with the first one. And what I'm always doing is first to open the camera raw filter. And then here, starting with the basic, as you can see here, we have highlights clipping warning is black and shadow clipping warning is also black. In the moment that one of these two is becoming a color, red, green or white, it means that we went too far with the post-production. So for example, if I go with the exposure, as you can see, this means that this part, the highlights here are getting too bright and we don't have information in there anymore, as you can see. So we went too far. If I go too much on the left, well, it's not going more than this, but you understand what I mean. So the first thing that I would like to do is to add a little bit of contrast. Then I'll add a little bit of shadows because the contrast is changing. So I'm gonna add a little bit of shadows in here. I just want to see more of this area and it's becoming way too dark. And also the blacks could be a little bit brighter. Let me check the image, and then we have this. And I'm gonna add some texture. And see, in the moment that I'm moving too much, it's becoming the blues. It's a little bit too much, so I'm just gonna add a little bit. Some clarity, you can always check. Okay, I will go with the vibrance a little bit less. I don't want to have too much yellow wood, too warm wood. I would like to have it a little bit gray. I'll just do that from here, or I can also do it from the color mixer. Then I'll go to the curves. As you can see here, you can see the curve. You can see the graph of the image. So this area are getting a little bit too much. So this area is too much. I'm just gonna leave that. I can go with the highlights a little bit, but in the moment that I'm changing the highlights, as you can see, we are getting too much red in the image. So this, we need to be careful with it. With the darks, we can go a little bit like this. So this is the normal, or I can go with the shadows. Okay, let's see, not a very big difference. Then the detail, I like to add some sharpening in here. I'm not gonna use any noise reduction and color noise reduction because I don't have any noise in this. And if I'm using this, I'm just gonna destroy the image. I don't know if you can see any difference, but there is no noise to clear. But see, if I'm using the noise reduction, it's just destroying the details that I have in the wall. So I'm not gonna use this. I can use some sharpening, but also not too much, but the sharpening is definitely gonna help. The color mixer, in case you want to play a little bit with the colors, for example the wood, I think it's a little bit way too yellow, so I'm gonna take the orange, some orange out, because I just want to have it more of a gray color for the wood. And also on the luminance, I would like to make the wood brighter, and on the saturation, so this was the image, as you can see, very warm and yellow. And this is a little bit much brighter, and yeah, I think it's looking better. Then the color grading, we're not gonna grade anything. The optics, we're not gonna use any optics in here. We don't have any distortion. This is not a render made with the camera. The geometry, yeah, let's have a look if everything looks fine. I think the vertical is fine, and the horizontal also. So other than that, we don't need anything else. The effects, we can add some grain to it. The grain, it's an effect that it's coming from the film camera, so actually from the film. The film has grain in it. Yeah, as you can see, if I'm taking it out, but yeah, it's gonna look a little bit more cinematic. And as you can see, while I'm bringing in here some grain, but not too much, I can see a little bit more of the textures. So I'm just gonna add in here just a little bit. This grain is not the same grain as the one that you're getting from Vray. And then for the calibration, you can play with the calibration, but in my case, this is more than enough. I'm just gonna hit OK. Actually, I'm gonna use a Ctrl Z, and then I will make this a smart object, and now I will apply the camera raw filter again, so I can also make changes in case I want to. And I will just use here apply previous settings, and now as you can see I have it here as a smart filter. So if I want to change it, I can just double click on this and I can just make some changes, because I have all my options. All my changes that I made before, I still have them here, so I can go back and change everything if in case I want to. And then I would like to add in here an alien skin exposure for a filter. I'm using this for applying an film filter. I have it as a trial. As you can see, I already have some changes made before, but I will just go from the start. So this is the neutral. This is the black and white one. But anyway, how I'm using this is quite simple. I'm just choosing most of the time a filter already made from here, and then I'm just playing with that one, as you can see. But I'm not gonna take any of this. I like the print ones, which is color film print. And here we have the Fuji Pro 100SC, which is making everything very, very beautiful in my opinion. Or the Pro H, or the Kodak Portra, in case you like Kodak or you like Fuji. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna use so this was the original image, and then this is the one with the filter. Yeah, in my opinion it's looking much better, but yeah, now it depends on you how you would like to have it. And then you can go here, and as you can see, it's creating a curve for the whole thing. It's taking a little bit too much from the highlights, so I will just go a little bit lower with the highlights. Mid-tones, I think they're fine, and I will just also change a little bit the shadows to bring a little bit more. As you can see, now it's definitely much better. You have also a split toning in here that you can use to tone your image. I'm not gonna use anything for now, and I'm just gonna leave this as it is. I can add a little bit more contrast in case I want to, but I think the image is looking very nice overall. This was the image from the Photoshop, and this is afterwards. It's a little bit more desaturated. Then you have also the focus and the blur, then the grain, which we already added some grain. Then the last one is the glow, and I will add also a little bit of glow. And the last thing is the age and the vignette. Just gonna add a little bit of vignette. I'll just make it very powerful so you guys can actually see it, and then you can just change the size of it, and then how round it is. As you can see, I can change the roundness of the vignette. I already explained you what the vignette is in reality. Then the softness of it. So I want to have it very, very soft. I can place it wherever I want, as you can see. I'll just place it in here because this is my focal point. And then I'll make it less visible. So this is off, and then I will just add a little bit of it. So this was the original image, and this is the final one. And then I will just hit some OK. And another thing that you can add in here is the lens correction. And in here you can apply a little bit of chromatic aberration, taking in consideration that this is an image made with brown colors. I will just use a little bit of magenta. This means if I go on the right side, it's going to apply a green one, and a little bit of yellow, and the rest can stay as it is. And this is my final image. To actually see it, you just need to, so this was the image that we got from Vray directly from the frame buffer, and this is my final image. So yeah, please let me know in the comments which one do you like more. I definitely like this one. Yeah, this is my way on how to post-product images. So now I will just apply the same thing to the rest of the images that I have. So yeah, please let me know in the comments what do you think about this way of using post-production for your images. I'm curious how you guys are actually doing it. So yeah, I will just do that now for the rest.